Hey everyone, welcome back to Blockchain Gurukul. What if I tell you in 2026, blockchain developers won't just be coding smart contracts, they'll be building digital nations, AI powered protocols, and financial systems that don't need banks. And what if I tell you, you don't need a computer science degree, you don't need to be a math genius, and you definitely don't need to start with 10 programming languages. You just need the right roadmap. Because the truth is, most people fail in blockchain not because it's hard, but because they learn randomly. Today, I am going to give you a complete beginner to job ready blockchain developer roadmap. Step by step, no confusion, no hype, just clarity. And if you stay till the end, you will know exactly what to learn, in what order to learn, and how to position yourself for a real blockchain or Web3 jobs. So let's begin. When I talk to beginners, the first thing they say is blockchain seems too complicated. But let me simplify it for you. Before you become a blockchain developer, you need to think like a systems builder. Blockchain is not just about crypto. It's about distributed systems, trustless architecture, cryptography, incentives, and community. So, in 2026, the first step is not to learn Solidity. The first step is foundations. You need to understand how the internet works. What is client? What is server? What is an API, what is a database, because blockchain replaces some of these traditional systems. And if you don't understand the old systems, you won't understand why the new system matters. Spend your first month mastering basic programming. If you are a complete beginner, start with JavaScript. It's powerful, beginner friendly, and heavily used in Web3. Understand variables, functions, arrays, objects, asynchronous programming, and so on. Don't rush this stage, because this is where most people try to jump directly to smart contracts and then quit. So now once your programming basics are clear, we move on into next stage, that is stage 2, blockchain fundamentals. Here, you need to deeply understand what a blockchain actually is. What is block? What is hash? What is Merkle tree? What is a consensus mechanism? What is proof of stake? What is proof of work? And so on. Study networks like Bitcoin and Ethereum, not as the coins, but as the architectures. Understand why Bitcoin is secure. Understand why Ethereum introduced smart contracts. Understand gas fees, understand EVM, and so on. Currently, companies are not hiring crypto enthusiasts. They are hiring engineers who understand distributed trust systems. So take your time here. Build a small blockchain in JavaScript just to understand how blocks connect. When you build even a simple version yourself, your clarity increases by 10 times. Then, now comes the exciting part. Smart contracts development. And this is where you move from theory to building. Start with Solidity. Learn how to write basic contracts like storing data, transferring tokens, creating simple voting system, and etc. But don't just write contracts, break them, understand vulnerabilities. Because currently security is everything. Billions are locked in smart contracts, and just one mistake can cost millions. Also, learn about re-entrancy attacks, study famous hacks like what happened in the DAO incident, understand why it changed Ethereum's history. And while learning Solidity, also understand development tools like Hardhat, Foundry, Remix, etc. Deploy on testnets. Interact with your contracts using frontend, because a blockchain developer is not just a contract writer. You are a product builder. So now let's move to stage 4, full stack Web3 development. This is where things start feeling real, because until now you were building in isolation. You're writing smart contracts, deploying on testnets, interacting through developer tools. But in the real world, users don't open remix, right? They open websites. So if you want to be job ready, you cannot stop at Solidity. You need to understand how your smart contracts talk to a front end. This is where your JavaScript foundation become powerful. You start using libraries like ethers.js or web3.js to connect your front end to the blockchain. You need to learn how wallets like MetaMask work, how transactions are signed, how gas fees are calculated and estimated. And suddenly something magical happens. You click a button on your website, your wallet pops up, you confirm a transaction, and your smart contracts executes on chain. That moment when you see your own tab working live, that's when you stop feeling like a student and start feeling like a builder. So build at least 3 real projects here. Obviously not just copy paste projects, in fact real understanding projects. Maybe decentralized crowdfunding platform, maybe an NFT minting website using ERC-721, maybe a token staking dashboard, etc. Host them, push them to GitHub, deploy them publicly, because currently your portfolio is your degree. So now next let's talk about stage 5, advanced concept that make you different. This is where you move from developer to valuable developer. So now start understanding layer 2 solutions. Why are gas fees high on Ethereum? How do scaling solutions work? Study networks like Polygon, Arbitrum, etc. Understand rollups, understand bridges, understand model blockchain, and etc. And then explore account abstraction. Currently, user experiences everything. Wallets are evolving, gasless transactions are becoming common. So if you understand these trends early, you position yourself ahead of 80% of developers. Also start learning about oracles like Chainlink, because smart contracts cannot access off-chain data directly. Oracles connect blockchain to the real world. If you want to know more about Oracle, what is Oracle, then I have already made a video on it. You can just go and watch it. So back to the point. If you want to understand this deeply, you can build serious DeFi applications. And speaking of DeFi, study how decentralized exchange work, how liquidity pools work, how automated market makers function. Look at platforms like Uniswap, not just as a user but as a system designer. Ask yourself, how does this protocol work internally? When you start asking these questions, you stop chasing trends and start understanding architecture. So now next comes stage 6, security and auditing. Let me be honest with you. Currently, average smart contract developers will struggle, but security focused blockchain developers, they will always be in demand, because money lives here. So learn about smart contract auditing, learn about common vulnerabilities, practice reading others people contract, or try to find bugs. Even if you don't become a full-time auditor, this skill alone makes you a 10x developer. Companies trust developers who think about risk. So now, very importantly, we move to something most roadmap videos ignore, that is stage 7, positioning yourself for a job. See, skills alone are not enough, right? You need proof. So start contributing to open source projects. Even small documentation fixes matter. Join Web3 communities, participate in hackathons, and build in public. Currently, recruiters don't just check resumes, they check GitHub, they check your on-chain activity, they check your participation in communities, and if you are comfortable in English, use that to your advantage globally. So you can work remotely for companies in Europe, Singapore, Dubai, US, just sitting at home in India. So your skill is borderless. Now everyone's most important question: how long it takes to be a blockchain developer? Some say 7 days, some say 1 month, some say 3 months, and so on. But the reality is something else. See, if you are consistent, first 2 months will be for the programming foundation. Then next 2 months will be for blockchain fundamentals plus Solidity. Then next 2 months will be for full stack Web3 projects. And next 2-3 months will be for advanced plus security plus portfolio polishing. So overall, in 8 to 9 months, you can realistically become a job ready. But only if you treat this like a career, not like a weekend hobby. Okay. See, even if you are a beginner, even if you are switching careers, even if you are a parent managing responsibilities, consistency beats intensity. And before I close this video, I want to say something very honestly. Blockchain currently is no longer just about hype tokens and bull run. It's about infrastructure, it's about digital identity, it's about decentralized finance, it's about AI agents interacting with smart contracts, it's about governments experimenting with digital currencies, and so on. See, this industry is maturing, and that means opportunities are becoming more serious. So if you follow this roadmap step by step, without skipping fundamentals, without chasing shortcuts, without getting distracted by every new trend, then you won't just become a blockchain developer. Definitely, you will become a builder of the next internet. And maybe one day you will look back at this video and say, this is where it started. So if you are serious about this journey, comment roadmap below, and I'll create a structured weekly plan for you. And if you want a real guidance, not just surface level content but deeper knowledge, then subscribe to Blockchain Gurukul, because here we don't chase trends, we build blockchain careers. And also, if you like this video, hit the like button and see you in the next video. Bye.